Okay, so welcome. Today we'll be looking at enzymes. And with me, I have a tutorial sheet with questions, okay, that are going to help us understand the key concepts under the topic enzymes. Okay, so as you can see, this tutorial sheet has 7 questions. Okay, so we're going to answer all these questions here and explain them in a very simplified way so that everyone actually understands what we are talking about. Okay, so let's start from question 1 there. Okay, so the question says, define each of the following terms. Define each of the following terms. So they've given us the enzyme, the isozymes, the substrate, and then the enzyme what? Inhibitor. Okay, so what is an enzyme? So by definition, okay, you're going to say an enzyme is a biological catalyst, which is usually a protein that increases the rate of a chemical reaction without being consumed in the process. Okay, it forms a temporal enzyme substrate complex and lowers the activation energy of the what? Of the reaction. So the work of this enzyme is simply to increase the rate of a chemical reaction or to speed up uh, the rate of the what? Of a chemical reaction. That's how we can define what the enzyme is. Okay, so you can use your own words, but don't run away from the meaning or what actually the enzyme does, which is just what? Speeding up the rate of a chemical reaction. And how does it do that? It forms a temporary enzyme complex or enzyme substrate complex, which then lowers the activation energy so that the reaction can be what? Can be faster. Okay, another definition that we have here is what we call as isozymes. Okay, so isozymes, you can also say the isoenzymes. Okay, isozymes or isoenzymes, it will mean the same thing. So what are these things here? Or how do we define them? Okay, so isozymes are actually different molecular forms of the same enzyme, okay, that catalyze the same reaction but differ in their structure, one, two, kinetic properties, and then three, we can have the tissue distribution, okay, that makes up that enzyme. So those are what we call isozymes. So they're just, if for example, I have this one enzyme, right? Okay, and then now different molecular forms of that same enzyme that will catalyze basically the same reaction, but the enzyme will just be differing like in structure, the kinetic properties and the like. Those are what we call as isoenzymes. Okay, and then moving on to define what the substrate is. Okay, this one is very simple. So a substrate, okay, a substrate is a specific reactant molecule upon which an enzyme acts. Okay, so when the enzyme acts on that particular molecule, okay, it will bind, um, this substrate will bind at the enzyme's active site to form what we are talking about here, the enzyme substrate what? Complex. Okay, so this substrate is simply the specific reactant. Okay, the specific reactant molecule upon which the enzyme acts and binds to the what? To the enzyme's activation site to form the enzyme substrate complex. So I was writing the definitions here so that you can also be seeing them. Okay, and then the last part is D. So D says we should define an enzyme inhibitor. Okay, so just by the word enzyme inhibitor, so it means this must be something that actually makes the enzyme not to work well, right? Because it's inhibiting the enzyme inhibitor. So an enzyme inhibitor is a substance that decreases or stops the enzyme activity by binding either to the active site or to another site on the enzyme that will make the active site to lose its shape. As a result, on that active site, a substrate cannot bind on that because the shape has actually what? Changed. So meaning that the activity of that enzyme, okay, is going to slow down or it's going to stop completely. So that's what we mean by what? By the enzyme inhibitor there. Part 2 says the International Union of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology categorizes enzymes into 6 classes. Summarize the classes in table form using the following what? Columns. So they said we should have a class number, the name of the class, the function of the enzymes in that class, and then the fourth column should have an example of an enzyme belonging to that particular class. Okay, so the question is straightforward here. So the International Union of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology sat down and they actually categorized these enzymes, okay, into 6 classes. Okay, those are the classes that they're telling us to list. Okay, and then also state the function of each class of the enzyme and also give an example. Okay, so now the important thing to note here is that the class number here matters. You cannot write 1 and then write isomerases there. No. So the class number matters. So class 1 is always the oxido reductases. Okay. If I talk about class 5, it is always the isomerases. So when you are listing them, don't say 1 isomerases. No. Okay. It's not going to work like that because class number 1 should have the oxido what? Reductase. Okay, so the first class, which is class 1, has the oxido reductase. Okay, and based on our knowledge from semester 1, whenever you see oxido and then reductase, it means that the function of this enzyme is just to catalyze the oxidation reduction what? Reactions. Or you can simply say the function of the oxidoreductase enzymes, okay, it's just to catalyze the redox reactions. So it's in the name what they do. Okay, so that's what I wrote here. So these catalyze oxidation reduction what? Reactions. Okay, and then a very good example of an enzyme that belongs to this class is the enzyme which we call as the alcohol dehydrogenase. Okay, so this is a very good example of the enzyme that will belong to this class. The second class, okay, that you should know, which is class 2, is the transferases. Okay, so the transferases, just from their name, it will tell you what they do. Okay, so these enzymes will transfer functional groups from one molecule to another. Okay, no wonder we are saying they are transferases there. A good example is hexokinase. Okay, hexokinase has the ability to transfer the functional group from one molecule to the other. So there's also another set or class of enzyme that does the transfer, okay? But those do the transfer within the same molecule. Okay, so the transferases, they will get from this molecule, they get this functional group, they take it into another one. And then there's another type, another class, which is class 5 here, that also does the similar thing, but their transferring will just be within the same molecule. So class 5 has the enzymes that we call as isomerases. So these isomerases, they characterize the rearrangement, okay, of the functional groups within a molecule. So they transfer the functional group within the same molecule, okay? So let's say I have this molecule here, okay, and then it has maybe OH there. Then when an isomerase acts here, this OH can be moved. It is still on this same molecule, but now it's there like that. Okay, so this is a very common question that I've seen occurring in the tests. Okay, they want you to differentiate between the isomerases and the transferases. So the transferases from one group to another, but the isomerases is just what? Within the same group, but they both do the transfer. So an example of an isomerase enzyme is what we call as the IP merase. Okay, so you can do a search. You can find more examples of enzymes that can do such a thing there. Okay, and then class 3, going back now, class 3 has what we call as the hydrolysis. Okay, so the hydrolysis, they catalyze the hydrolytic cleavage of bonds, and they do that by using water. So a good example is the glucose 6 phosphate, phosphatase. Okay, glucose 6 phosphatase. It's a very good example of an hydrolysis what? Enzyme. Okay, class 4 has what we call as the lysis there. Okay, so the lysis, they break or they form double bonds without ATP or what? Hydrolysis. And a good example is fumarate there. Okay, so the whole thing here, or the whole concept here, is just about you actually, I can say, memorizing. So you need to memorize this, okay? Because in the multiple choice questions, I've seen them, they put the questions like this. Okay, so these lyses here, they break, okay? Double bonds, right? But when I go to class 6 here, the ligases will join two molecules together using what? ATP. And then these ones will break, okay, the bonds without ATP. So a common confusion that I've noticed is between the lyses and the what? The ligases. So you might be confused, and maybe in the test you say the ligases are the ones that actually break. No. So the ligases, they join two molecules using the ATP. Okay. And a good example is the DNA ligase. Okay. The DNA ligase, if you want, or ligase. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. So they will join two molecules using ATP, but the lysases here, they will break the bonds without what? Without ATP. So this here is the classification of the enzyme based on the IUB system, which is the International Union of Biochemistry and what? And Molecular Biology. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to access the full paper, uh, you can find it at discretelearning.com. Also, if you're having any challenges with any pre-med course or NS course, you're free to contact us and register for our lessons so that we can help you. Okay, so these are the courses that we offer here, both semester 1 and semester 2. So there's biology, physics, chemistry, and mathematics. You can subscribe for any course that is giving you challenges. Okay, so for any course that you subscribe for, you're going to be accessing full videos for tutorial sheet where we're explaining step by step. You're going to be accessing full solutions to the assignments, okay, full past paper quizzes, full past paper tests, final exam papers. Okay, we have a lot that have been solved on our website, and also you're allowed to consult from us. So maybe you're watching any recorded video, okay, that we made, and then you do not understand a certain concept, you are free to reach out and ask, okay, and then we'll be able to explain it in a way that you understand. So you can contact us on all these numbers, okay. To access all these for any of these courses here, simply visit and find them at what? discretelearning.com. All right, and then a bonus is that also when you subscribe, okay, we are going to be part of our live classes. So we have live classes on Zoom, okay, during the week, and we interact with the students so that we can just get what they're having challenges with, and they will know how to help them better. Okay, so for example, for this course, okay, we have a tutorial manual here that has a lot of questions on different topics, but we've actually solved all the questions in this tutorial manual. So as you can see, we have this tutorial sheet on amino acids, peptides. We solved all the questions here step by step. You can find them on the website. Proteins, again, we solved all these questions. Enzymes, we solved. There was also this assignment on enzyme kinematics, okay, or a tutorial sheet. We solved all these questions here. You can access them on the website. Carbohydrates, we showed how to draw structures, okay, different structures like for disaccharides, for monosaccharides. Yeah, we did all this part, how to draw the oligosaccharides. So the videos are there on the website. We also did questions on nucleotides and nucleic acid. You can access them on the website. Yeah, that. And then the last tutorial sheet that we did for this course was lipids. So lipids, there was these questions where drawing fatty acids and the structures. So we solved all these questions, and the videos are there to help you prepare for your assessment. So it might be a quiz, might be a test, it might be the final exam. You have your answer there if you're having challenges with this course. Okay, you can watch them and then you'll be able to pass. And you also be able to access past papers. Okay, just like I said here, there are a lot of past papers on the website. So that means quizzes, tests, final exam past papers. You can be watching those to know what to concentrate on and what to not concentrate on. All right, so now for those who have actually never seen our website, let me just show you. So you come to Chrome here, either on your phone, your PC, or even your tablet, and then you type in discretelearning.com. Okay, type in discretelearning.com. So you can see there the discretelearning.com. And then just go to the same website. So if you do not have an account, it will ask you to create an account. So just put your email, you set your password and your name, you select your university, blah, blah, blah. You create the account. And then once you log in now, you will see something like this. Okay, so these are the courses there for those who are doing first year Premed or NS at university. So there's math, there's chemistry, there's physics, there's biology. So you can subscribe for any course that is giving you what? Challenges. Okay, so for example, those tutor sheets were for second semester Apex. So I'll subscribe for this course, chemistry. So once you subscribe, you can open it. So you can see here there are different folders. So if you are from any other university, okay, that is not Apex, you go in the general chemistry folder to find all the things that you need. Okay, if you're from Apex first semester, you go here, you find everything that you need. If you're from Apex second semester, you go here. So let me open the Apex second semester. Okay, so once you open that folder, you see that we are going to have topic lessons. So you can watch the videos or topics explaining clearly the concept. There are some summarized notes here that you can read, and then there are tutorial sheets there and assignments, and then here there are past quiz, tests, and exam papers. Okay, so for example, if I go in the past paper folder there, you see that there are going to be a lot of past papers. So video solutions, and you can use them to prepare for what? For your assessments. Okay, so you can see here there's some final exam papers there. There's some test papers. Okay, there's some quizzes, and all these videos are available there to actually just make it simple for you to pass. So 2026 quiz 1 biochemistry was already solved. It is there, and all the other years, and more videos will be uploaded here just to support you guys. Okay, and then if I go back to the tutorial sheet folder here, open the tutorial sheets, okay, and assignments, you see that I'm going to have biochemistry tutorial sheet here, organic chemistry tutorial sheet. So it depends with which one you start with. So if you started with biochemistry, just go here. If you started organic chemistry, just go there. So if I go in biochemistry tutorial sheets here, okay, you're going to see that all the tutorial sheets are there. So tutorial sheet 1, proteins, enzymes and kinematics, carbohydrates, nucleotides, fatty acids, all these are there. So if, for example, I open proteins here, you're going to see that the videos are going to be there. Okay, so you can watch these at your own time, clearly explaining all the concepts there. Okay, so if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe in the comfort of your home. Okay, so the subscription is automatic. So just check the link in the description here. Okay, it has a video registration guide that will guide you on how you can register and access all this at your own time. You don't even need us. Okay, so if you want to contact me anyway, you can contact me on 0779 96 40 and then 10. So that is Tutor Poul at Solutions. Okay, so make sure you subscribe for the course that you are having challenges with. If it is math, subscribe for math. If it is chemistry, subscribe for chemistry. If it is physics, subscribe for physics. If it's biology, subscribe for biology, and we are going to help you. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. This has been Tutor Poul Solutions. Until next time, always there for you.